My name is Harry, and I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here. Today is February 16, 2022. 2023. It is 2:55 a.m. I was trying to finish edit some old videos that I recorded, and I'm up to date before I start recording new tweets for you guys. So we are going to focus on, I see here, the legal issue. I think there were some tweets that came up on my timeline regarding Meghan's lawsuit to dismiss the case, and some other things. I got Jamaica, Scotland. Some of them I'm not gonna go too deep on them, just to share with you what was being discussed on Twitter. Okay, so let's go on Twitter. Okay, people are liking some of my tweets. Okay, this is the first one. Okay, hat of the presses. This is the documents that came off the Florida case, motion to dismiss the case and stuff like that. So let's read it. I share it with you on my community, but I didn't sit and read it because I was on my phone. I had already turned off my computer and trying to set my mind to take a nap so I could get up and start recording, and I saw it on my phone, and I went back on my computer, took screenshot, and just share it with you. I didn't read it, I didn't do anything, maybe some minor stuff, all right, like the dates, and just to see I was sharing the right things. I think I highlight some of these, some information here, Samantha Markle, Meghan, and all of that. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, clerk's minutes, motion hearing. There's the case number, plaintiff Samantha, and defendant Meghan. Judge, there's the judge name. Deputy clerk, there's the name, and yesterday's date, February 15, 2023. And the hearing lasted an hour and 19 minutes from 1:32 p.m. to 2:51 p.m. Okay, court in session and counsel identify for the record. The court addressed counsel and hearing argument on defendant's motion to dismiss first amended complaint and cooperated memorandum of law Doc 34 and defendant's request for judicial notice and support of motion to dismiss first amended complaint document 35. Defendant's request for judicial notice and support of motion to dismiss first amended complaint, Doc 35. Looks like a lot of repetition, but I'm gonna read it anyway. You guys could skip or read along. Is granted for the reasons stated on the record. The court will take judicial notice as to the existence of one chapter from one book, that is chapter 12 from Finding Freedom by Omid Scobie and Carolyn Durant. B, 2 New Mexico state court dockets involve plaintiff. Oh, so they brought in, I know, I have an idea what, when they say New Mexico state court dockets, that's because of her past issues. And I think I've shared it, I don't know if it's on this channel, but probably on PYTE. And I think it has to do with her daughter. Issues with her ex and all of that. So they probably brought that up as well. I wish I could have the entire transcript of what was said. But then again, Meghan did request for things to be made private, sealed. So they probably will not mention that on this one. Okay. So this one, I have an idea what it is. It's about Samantha's past record in New Mexico with, I think, her ex-husband and her kids and all of that. Okay, C, the date of Prince Harry's announcement that he was dating Meghan. Counsel withdraws the request to take judicial notice as to C, plaintiff's admission on television interview with Good Morning Britain available on YouTube. Oh, so they, okay, I'm assuming, I do not know, okay? So there's no really transcript of everything that was said. So they just make notice. So they brought in probably some interviews that she did in the UK. That's what I think. So they probably brought in she's going around blabbing her mouth. What did she expect? So they brought in some stuff that she did on national television in the UK. So let's go to the next page. Okay, defendant's motion to dismiss first amended complaint and incorporated memorandum of law docket 34 is taken under advisement. For the reasons stated on record, the court will consider transcript from the Oprah Winfrey interview. The court will issue a written order. Court adjourned. So the judge, I guess, gonna take her time to look into all that was discussed in that particular hearing, and then later on she will write her her issues, whether the thing should continue or dismiss. That's what I think from this. And there was another tweet. Well, I think I bookmarked it, so we'll wait for that. Let's read some of the comments the squad are saying here. The attorney doing this Samantha grant are just doing this to raise their profile, really. Yeah, I think so too. Okay, they've got to know this is a frivolous lawsuit. Okay, what the trust Camille is. She even hinted to file new lawsuit based on Netflix series if this one is dismissed. What in the name? Really? Okay, I don't know. Okay, I'm just going by this specific tweet. I do not know what was said in court. Twitter could say anything that they want. But what really matters is what was said in court. As you can see, I just read some of the things that was said in court, but there's no detail of what Meghan said, they just highlight. This is my perception. They just highlight some of the key issues that were raised in that particular hearing. So there's no really descriptive detail of what was said. Okay, we know they're gonna look at the Good Morning Britain interview. We know they talk about the Oprah interview. We know they talk about finding freedom and things that happen in New Mexico, which I said I have a pretty good idea what is this about. So it's her past issues with the court system. That's what I think this part is. So this, I don't know. Okay, what she just said here. Was it? She even hinted to file. Well, she didn't say, she just hinted to file new lawsuit based on Netflix series. What was said about her on Netflix? Well, Meghan gonna have to, I don't know. Okay, maybe I missed something. You guys could correct me because many of you have seen it, and I've seen it and I fell asleep to many things because I'm here up all night doing this. Every chance that I get, I'm down, I'm knocked out. So I don't know if when certain things were mentioned on the docuseries, I missed it, I fell asleep or something, but I don't remember hearing anything about her on Netflix. I know about her daughter. What else? I can't really pinpoint anything that was said about Samantha on the docuseries. Okay, she even hinted to file new lawsuit based on Netflix series if this one is dismissed. Someone is backing this woman for sure. Okay, let's go into that. There's 6 comment. And what would she file for in Netflix series? Why her daughter was not allowed to attend because of her? Oh, okay. So yeah, I remember that part. I forgot that part. Yes. Well, she's gonna have to sue her daughter on that. It wasn't Meghan who said it. Something tells me that the one sponsoring her is Rupert Murdoch, since apparently she managed the snag former Trump lawyer. Or her representative or Trump lawyers? Okay, I do not know. Okay, I don't know anything. Okay, about the background of who's representing who. Okay, not that they are doing her any good, since they were fined last time filing vigorous lawsuit against Hillary Clinton and Potts. Yeah, what was it? I think it was in $1 million. They had to pay Hillary. They better be careful if they want to put their license on the line for doing stupidity. If these people are so really into the law, why don't they go sit their ass in those classroom and do those tests to do those to be able to represent themselves or other people? My God. And these lawyers better be very careful. If, well, then again, if they, I don't know, I'm just throwing my opinion here. If they are giving them million money they probably will never see exist in their lifetime, and then they're willing to do that and then put their license on the line, I don't know. But oh my God, okay, Megan should sue for harassment. Okay, after this, since the beginning, the whole thing stinks. Royal family, based on the things she wanted Megan deposed about, it sounds like Royal family and Kensington Royal is backing Samantha in this case. Well, for some of you, if you haven't seen where I read the whole I think whatever that was filed, I read it and I gave my opinion on some of this stuff. So some of the key hint that I was hearing from those court documents, it sounds like things that I was hearing the tabloid were saying. Okay, they really want to sue Megan so they could have a narrative. Because when you read stuff on Twitter, they keep on saying she's a liar, but they can't really back up some of the claim that they say. So they want something about Megan where they could win something in court and they could run with it for the rest of their lives. That's what I think it is, if this is true. Okay, she just a twisted, vile troublemaker. I mean, I wrote some stuff, some people who comment on some of my videos, and I was like, each time I think about it, and when you remove yourself from this, I'm an outsider, but when you think of it in a personal level, to see it's your family who's doing that to you, it's really sad. It's really, really sad. And I think Megan is trying. I don't know how much she could do to be nice, because her whole point is to prevent this from going to trial. I don't see Megan gonna sue her because she's preventing stuff. Because if Megan sue her, question is gonna be raised, other things is gonna be raised, and this is why the other one keeps on. If she plan on suing her again, I don't know, the judge gonna have to put a stop to it, or maybe, I don't know. What the hell? I don't know. Because Megan is preventing this from going to trial. Even if Megan is suing her, certain things will be raised. And those lawyers who's trying to get something out of Megan is probably going to raise some question that Megan is trying to avoid. But then again, if it's within the scope of what Megan is suing, that's all I could say here. Okay, so all the crap she is out in this street saying about Megan, that's okay. But Megan saying she didn't know much about her is an issue. Is that right? It seems that way. Let's see for comment in there. Well, Megan has never countersued for her defamation or anything. So that's another thing here. Megan will have to countersue some. That's the thing. That's exactly what I see as well. But I don't think Megan wants to do that because questions are going to be raised and Megan is trying to avoid that. Okay, I don't know if she's gonna sue her. It's gonna have to be in the millions. It's not just a couple thousand. It's gonna have to be in the million to make her go sit her ass down somewhere and raise that million to pay Megan. Even though I think Megan knows she doesn't have the money. Okay, Megan will have to countersue Samantha. It's not right what Sam is doing. She's counting on Megan not to countersuing. It's funny how she hasn't sued the media or her own mother or daughter or brother for some of the things they have said, which have been much worse. Okay, now I'm really deep. It's like within some of the comments. All right, if Megan countersues, it become a huge lawsuit. Yep, that's exactly that. You see? That's exactly that. And I think that's what Megan is preventing, and Samantha knows that. Samantha knows that, and I don't think Megan wants to go in that route because she just wants to leave things behind. But if push comes to shove, you just have to deal with it heads on. You just have to. Okay, because if during the countersuing, certain question is raised, Megan could always go back and say, look at record and previous lawsuit, like this one for instance. If it is dismissed, she could always say, go to that particular lawsuit. You could find your answer to that, and she could plead the fifth and not responding to it, as long as it's within the scope. Okay, Megan will have to be very fine line what she is suing Samantha for, so that way if certain question is raised, Megan's lawyer could easily say it's not within the scope of what Megan is suing. Okay, I'm not a lawyer, but this is the way that I see it, and other people are seeing it as well. Okay, I'm not here to give legal advice or anything. So there has to be a very fine line, very, very specific fine line where Megan's gonna have to raise and sue her within millions, not just a little penny, millions. That way, she knows she could win her on that. But during the trial, if Samantha's lawyer raised certain question, Megan's lawyer they have an objection, they could say it's not within the scope of what Megan is suing. Okay, to shut them down right on the spot and say, objection. This, I'm laughing at myself because I'm remembering what Camille Vasquez did. Camille Vasquez did on the Johnny Depp lawsuit.
Objection, Your Honor, leading. Objection, Your Honor, leading.
That's not offered to,
And hearsay.
Sustained.
Your Honor, it's prior consistent statements.
It's
that
leading.
raised-
Objection, Your Honor, hearsay.
I'll sustain
Your
the
Honor,
objection.
Your Honor, may I approach?
That's fine.
Objection, Your Honor, leading.
How
Calls
many?
for hearsay.
Yes.
Objection, Your Honor, hearsay.
Their suggestions.
Objection, Your
you've been
Honor,
telling
can we
me
approach? This is, again, an
divorce,
objection,
correct?
leading.
I
Objection,
did.
leading.
To this.
Objection, leading,
All
calls.
right, I'll sustain the objection.
Thank you.
Was
Objection, Your Honor, hearsay.
All right, when there's objection, please stop.
Is that true or false?
Objection, Your Honor, leading.
Your Honor,
And-
she absolutely did that.
It's leading.
Objection, Your Honor, lack of foundation.
Relating to your nose.
Objection, leading.
Sustained.
What, I said, what if
Foundation,
anything, Your Honor?
hearsay.
What if anything? That is not the cure-all. It's sustained.
Objection, Your Honor, hearsay. Objection, Your Honor, lack of foundation. Objection, Your Honor, lack of foundation calls for speculation.
Do you recall? I'm trying.
Objection, Your Honor, hearsay. I'm going to
a bunch of
object
scar
to
tissue.
I'm going to object to the extent it calls for hearsay and lack of foundation
Overruled.
and improper expert opinion.
No.
Objection, Your Honor. Objection, leading.
What if anything? And that does cure on it.
It doesn't. But I'll overrule the objection.
Call that
Objection, Your
question-
Honor, leading.
Your Honor, I'm entitled to
Sustain.
go into what Ms. Vasquez asked.
The objection is leading. I'll sustain the objection.
Okay.
Objection, leading and hearsay.
Approach.
Objection, Your Honor. Hearsay. Objection, Your Honor.
12-17.
Leading. Objection, Your Honor. This is outside the scope of cross-examination.
It's prior consistent statements.
I'm going to sustain the objection.
It's observations for the
I'm gonna
12-17, the same day. they said
Sustain
she
the
could-
objection.
Objection, lack of foundation. Objection, Your Honor. Hearsay. Your Honor.
I
Leading.
think I can bring
Calls for
that out.
speculation.
It's still leading. I'll sustain the objection.
Because Johnny Vasquez lawyer was very good on shutting those lawyers down. Each time they raised something that it was not part of the scope of the lawsuit, she shut them down. That's the same thing I feel like Megan should do. Look for the very, very, very fine line where she could sue Samantha, and then when they try to raise certain other question that has nothing to do with what Megan is suing, which the tabloid wants information of, her lawyers could object to it and shut it down right on the spot. That's the only way I see it. Because at some point, Megan needs to sue back because they can't leave that woman alone. Okay? All right, let's see here. Exactly, that's why she hasn't done it. Hopefully, she can get it to dismiss. If not, I don't know if she will go down that road, but she might have to. Even if you pay Sam off, she won't stop. She will try suing her for something else. I mean, this is freaking annoying. It's like you have a freaking monkey on your back. Okay, exactly. It doesn't get dismissed. She should just fight it with or without countersue. Samantha won't stop. She is funded by the British media who wants to see Megan go down. Yeah, that's exactly that. Okay, that's a different language. Okay, so let me go back. There's some really good response here. I went into that and then I went to within that again. Let's go back. Is that the main one? Yeah, that's the main one. Now I'm back to the main one. Okay, it doesn't look like it's over. It said the motion to dismiss was taken under advisement and they will review the transcript from the open of it. Yeah, she didn't give, the judge did not give her answer yet. She's gonna look because there's a lot of information. She can't make it right on the spot. So she wants to make sure. that what Samantha is suing her for, she is in the legal right to say so. And what Megan is arguing also to see if Megan is right. Was some of the things Megan said were defamatory or defamed her sister. So the judge have to be right in the middle to make sure, what each one of them are saying are in the right parameter. She can't just say dismiss and this and that just because it's whatever she has in her mind. So she's, from my understanding, it seems like she's gonna look at some of the what do you call this? Some interviews Samantha did and Britain, and that's probably something that Megan probably raised in that particular hearing, that she should have been the one who did Samantha is defaming her if she were to take her on. That's what I think, because she's going on national television saying things about Megan. Okay, and then not being raised with her, that doesn't mean you defame somebody. Okay, if you grew up being the only child between your father and your mother, and then by the time you're at age to remember certain things, you were an adult yourself, and then you move out on your own, you can't force Megan to know what you know when Megan then see you around. So these are the things the judge is gonna be looking at, because that's what I think, in my humble opinion, Samantha was saying in the court document. Okay, but you can't force somebody to know what you know. If Megan wasn't aware of it, she probably know you were existed, but she wasn't raised, where you were around, you play whatever doll with, you take her out, or all of that. All right, let's see here. Everyone just refer to her as Samantha from now on. That woman makes me mad. Okay, if she went, she better spend that $75,000 wisely. Party on disability, and will consider him. Come she have to report it as an income, and you cannot receive any kind of you have to report. Oh my God, no freaking period. I know why they're doing this. This is why sometimes I press enter, go to the next line, because Twitter give you a limited amount of things, and it's like a run-on sentence. People's trying to fit their thought within one tweet. All right, let's fit again. If she wins, she better spend that $75,000 wisely. Party on disability, and will consider him. Come she have to report it as an income, and you cannot receive any kind of you have to report it. So how is she got a lawyer where she get the money to pay for that lawyer? Okay, how I read it. Okay, there's 4 comments in here. Okay, that's not true. Social Security disability is only impacted by earned income that occurs regularly. Social Security income exempt personal injury judgment when received, but you have to spend down. Okay, she's definitely breaking hella. Okay, I don't know the law about this. Okay, I don't know any law about this. I'm just reading what's there, and hopefully someone with knowledge of it put the thing here, and then you could do your own research. Don't take some of the tweets that I'm reading as face value. I don't know with what happened with Social Security and disability thing. All right, that's my disclaimer. Okay, she's definitely breaking hella whatever Social Security disability income laws. Okay, she ain't winning. Disability might take the money to provide for her care. Okay, like I said, I do not know. I do not know. My God, my God, my God. All right, I guess we will have to continue to wait on this case final result from the judge, praying for it to be thrown out in its entirety. Scammy needs to pay for all of Duchess Megan's legal fees, plus some extra for her causing this trouble. All right, let's see here. I hope someone doesn't mind answering this question, but how exactly is she claiming to have been defamed in the interview? Well, we will know once the judge come out with her result. There's no comment here. We will know if Megan did defame her. All right. Not yet. The verdict will be written after the review of the open interview. Everything else was thrown out. Oh, I did not know that. Okay, this is what happened when you read some of the comments. Okay, so everything else. So Megan got partially of her wish. So majority of the thing were thrown out. So at least we know that part, if it is true. Okay, but I know from what I just read here, there's the okay. Let me highlight it so I don't. Damn, I'm gonna miss it. Okay, so there's some parts here that she said they're gonna review. There's the written thing and then the open interview. So these two they're gonna be looking into, I think. All right, or maybe the list of the thing from the summary thing. They're gonna look into it, like her past court issues with New Mexico, the Good Morning Britain interview, and the Oprah interview. There was some other thing, I think, some other things. I don't remember what I just read a few minutes ago in that document. Let's see here. There's two comments in here. Okay, I saw that it was because of the statute of limitation exceeding 2 years with finding freedom per Florida law. I think, I'm not sure, I'm on Megan's side, LOL. Okay, so I do not know, so someone is making it much clear. So there must be more document out there, okay? There must be more document, but whoever tweeted this only have these documents. Oh, I know what I'm gonna do. Okay, let me stop this video. I know what I'm gonna do. I'll be back.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life.